Hi, I'm Jessica, and when I was 10, I ran a mile in gym class and ended up having such a bad asthma attack that I had to go to urgent care. Not exactly a positive core memory, and after that, I pretty much avoided running as much as I could. But fast forward to 2 years ago when my friends convinced me to sign up for a 15K, and I did it again the year after. And now I'm training for a half marathon that's less than 2 months away, and today we're running 10 miles. With my inhaler, of course, my asthma is still very much here. We are currently on week 14 of my training plan for my half marathon, and there is only a total of 21 weeks, so we are already over halfway through. Today we are doing 10 miles, which I'm excited about. Last week I did 9 miles, but it was indoors, and it honestly felt like the longest 9 miles of my life. I had to do it indoors because it was like 5 degrees outside, and it snowed really recently, so it's still really snowy and icy. A lot of stuff is not paved. So I got really bored during that run, but it felt pretty good though, so I'm confident that today it's going to be good too. I'm not trying to hit any paces today. We're just gonna go nice and steady, and hopefully it doesn't feel painful. I think that's my only goal in town because that's actually shoveled and paved. All the other areas in my neighborhood I can't really run, but it only let me do up to 2 hours maximum. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this run in 2 miles. Actually, no, I think I can. I think. I have my sunglasses today. Not even because it's sunny. The sun's like not really out. It's so cloudy. It's just because like the snow is so bright and so white. It's like blinding a little bit. So I brought these. I have my running belt today just to hold my phone. And then I have my energy chews in here. But I'm excited for today. We'll see how I feel afterwards. Back home, got myself a little treat. It's yummy. The way I tried to break down the run was like 3 miles warm up, 5 miles actual run, and the last 2 miles either I'll push myself a little bit, or if I'm really tired, it can be considered the cool down. I kind of like to do that so my runs feel a little more attainable, especially the long ones. And I will say like the first 3 miles, I was going at a pretty relaxed pace. I'm looking at the splits right now. The first 3 miles were pretty chill, like conversational pace, especially the first 2. Then starting like halfway, mile 3 is when I started to pick it up. And then mile 6 was pretty fast. I hit 9:51, which in my head, I didn't think I was going to run any mile faster than a 10. But it actually didn't feel that fast while I was doing it. Maybe because I'm so cold that I couldn't feel anything. I was just really cold the whole time. The wind was like kind of in my face. It's so cold outside that my phone tends to die. But I ended up putting my running belt like under my top layer, so it kept it a little bit warmer. And then I think my AirPods died because it was so cold, so the last 3 miles I had to run in like complete silence. Actually sad, I did lose an AirPod. One of my AirPods died first, and I wanted to try to like revive it because I was like, oh, it's probably the cold, so I put it in my running belt. And then when I came back and I was like getting in my car to literally go home, I realized it was missing. So I think it just fell out, or I didn't make it into the running belt when I was like running and trying to put it in. Because you know when you're running and you're like, I looked for it a little bit near my car because like maybe it fell out when I was getting the car keys, but I couldn't find it anywhere, given it's a lot of snow around there too. So that's kind of a lost cause now, unfortunately. I am using a training plan currently. I use Runna, which is a subscription. You pay, I think it's like 19 or 20 a month. I think previously a lot of my training for the 215Ks I did before was very just like running longer distances over time, which is important, but runna does break it down into doing also like time trials, hills, things like that. So it's good that it keeps you on track. And then another big thing is while I'm doing the workouts that it has me do, it'll tell me like my pace and it keeps track of it. So it's really nice and like consolidated one app that pretty much controls everything for you. Honestly, would recommend it for people who are looking for a more concrete plan but don't really like know how to do it themselves. But yeah, overall so far, I think my running training has been going pretty well, and especially using Runna, I am a lot more consistent with it. Like in my plan, it is 3 times a week to run. I do stick pretty close to that. But it is nice because if I do miss a workout or like have traveling, I'm sick or whatever, there is a way to adjust it in the app as well. So it is really flexible. And today, once I finished the 10 miles, I did feel like I could keep going. This run definitely helped me with my confidence for the half marathon and knowing that I definitely can achieve like the mileage. Another issue, I guess, or another concern I had was like, oh, I can probably do the distance if I go slow, but like, will I hit the time that I want to do? Which I'm less worried about now because I actually ran today. Since I ran today is like way faster than I thought I was going to. I think on race day, I'll like run even faster because like I'll push myself even more. Given I do have to run like 3 more miles than I did today, I felt very good by the end of the 10 miles. So I'm confident and I still have like 6-7 more weeks to go of training. Right now, these long runs that I do outdoors in very, very cold weather and a lot of snow and ice. Like today, it is currently 20 degrees outside. And by the time it is end of March in my race, it should be closer to like at least 30s, I guess like mid 40s. For the weather for the run, it'll be a lot more comfortable. So that will also be a big plus. But running in the cold is harder, but I kind of just adapted to it. You know, if you live in like colder areas, you know what I mean? You kind of just have to. It's either that or you run indoors. And sometimes running indoors is just like so painful for long runs that I can't do that. But it is so good. So I'm just gonna shiver my way through finishing it until I can go shower. Oh, another thing I really want to talk about is how beneficial running has been to my mental health and in general just being like a very productive but also relaxing hobby. When I first started, I think it was more of a social thing for me. I would do it with friends and we would talk. And now that I moved to like a different city, I don't really have any runner friends, at least not yet. I'm hoping when it's warmer, I'll be able to join a run club and meet some other people. But every single run I do now is by myself. And I've learned to enjoy it. During my long runs, I really like listening to podcasts and I listen to a very wide variety of topics. But having that time to just like listen is really, really interesting because I get to learn new stories, perspectives, and like learn different topics that maybe I otherwise probably wouldn't have really been able to get the knowledge on. So that is something that I really, really do appreciate. And then on top of that, I think sometimes I just want to listen to music and have my own thoughts. And it gives me time to take it a little bit slower and not feel so like rushed, especially with how life is like so hustle culture these days. Like you gotta grind, you gotta do blah, 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 blah. You know, everyone's on their phones all the time. It's like you're on TikTok, your videos are like 10 seconds long. Like I just feel like everything is so fast paced these days that going on a run allows me to have time to really slow down. I'm really glad that I picked up running and I never thought I was going to like it this much. Thanks for joining me for my little run today and I'll see you guys next time.